as many as I can. Another one of Allah's attributes is that He is the shaper of beauty. He's the shaper of perfection. And sometimes we don't see the beauty that He's put within us. And there is indeed a beauty within each and every one of us. And that beauty is deeply buried because we don't look at ourselves. And we don't even let people to see the true us. Because we somehow think that we're not worthy, that we're not good enough, that we won't be acceptable. And so when you know that Allah is the one that makes that choice, then you don't have to worry so much and you're able to just go ahead and be you. Because it's not so important whether the man likes you or not. I'm saying man is in mankind. Okay? Well, Allah is the shaper of beauty. And by the way, these rocks, these have not been altered by my hand or anyone else's hand. This is just the way they come. And Allah shapes things in the way that He sees best. He doesn't alter from the perfection that He is creating. And whether we understand or even see the perfection that Allah has made, the perfection is there. And if we begin to look for that perfection, you will find it. In each of us, there is a level of beauty that should be apparent to our brothers and sisters. And that beauty again comes from the knowledge of Allah that teaches us how to be the best possible person. The shapes of the stones have another characteristic that's very important to me. And that is that the Quran speaks of the fact that even the stone submits to Allah, the stone bows to Allah. You all know that. You've heard it. You've repeated it so many times. But I'm wondering how many of you actually understand it. See, when Allah tells this stone, "You are appetite," then the stone will only form in certain shapes. It'll always be the same shape. No matter if it's big or little, it'll still form only in the shape that was set by Allah. So we have the appetite here. And then we have topaz, which again will only take a specific shape. Or you can look again. This one is called argonaut, and it has a lot of different crystals of different sizes, which is why I carry it, because again, as you look at it, you can see that every one of them formed in exactly the shape that was ordered by Allah. The stone does not deviate from what Allah has ordered. Allah had ordered the stone be formed in this shape, and the stone forms this shape. It does not deviate. The stone has the knowledge of Allah's power and recognizes Allah's power. The stone recognizes Allah's might. It recognizes Allah's wisdom. And it submits to the form that Allah has chosen for it. Allah has chosen for us to be one ummah. And yet we have not submitted to that. We will still find ways of dividing ourselves, of separating ourselves. We will invent excuses if we can't find something, but we will keep ourselves separate. We always think that we know better than someone else, or that we understand deeper than someone else, and we don't listen to the other person. We try to see to our needs, or what we perceive to be as everyone else's needs. And those things help to divide us more. We tend to cling to those who speak the same language, or wear the same dress, or have the same cultural background. And again, they divide our ummah. This doesn't mean that you give up your cultural identity, or that you give up your language. No. But it means that you place Allah's will above everything, It means that you live Islam first. No matter what else is going on, you will react to it in the way that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ordered. Because if you react to it in that way, then the results will be better. You remember that you are to be proactive and make a difference, that you change things, and that you have the wisdom to recognize what can be changed or what should be changed. Allah gives the guidance about how to change injustices. He shows us how to walk the path of life. But the only way you learn this is by turning to Allah. You need to know who He is, to see His true magnificence. In discovering His magnificence, you will also discover the magnificence of the Quran, the infallibility of the Quran. You will discover the beauty of the Hadith, and you will begin to see how important it is to your happiness, to your very survival, and to the survival of all of humanity. Everything we do must be done in the way of Quran and Sunnah, even in the way of correcting each other.